There, you should be able to hear me now. I had it muted. Stop! Don't go any farther until you get it fixed. Should be good now. I'm sure there's a slight delay. Should be good now. I had my mic muted. Whatever. So what I was saying was a good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. I was having a trouble remembering what day it was. Monday. Yesterday, I was talking to one of the guys here, and I was like, what is today? Thursday? He's like, no, it's Monday. I was like, geez. And then today, it's just one of those hard time remembering exactly what day of the week we're at. But, baby, we are here. Thank you so much for joining. It is 4 p.m., a little after on the East Coast, guys. Got a packed house of family, crew, and just good vibes going on in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Corey, you did not go deaf. I am just sometimes deficient at remembering to turn off the mute. So to turn on the microphone, if you will. Got a lot of things going on today. We're going to go over some of the what I feel like are some pretty good headlines. We talked about a little bit of some of these things this morning. The ENS partnership with GoDaddy, I think that is massive. Offering the ENS domain with like no fees attached to it, zero gas, that kind of thing is fantastic. Solana, we do know, everybody knows it went down this morning. It's back up. It was down for about 5 hours or so. There's a new MetaMask and Robinhood partnership. Let's look at an article on that. Hedera is partnering with the Saudi ministry. It was the Saudi ministry partnership. We'll get into that a little bit later. Monero getting delisted by Binance. I had seen someone make a comment about why Monero was dumping, and they didn't even mention the delisting from Binance. Now, is this as important? I don't know, but really one thing, and we'll see this in the article, it signifies that we're starting to see the slow spiral death of Binance potentially. So, and then a little bit of a news in the Ripple SEC legal defense and what's going on there, and how the SEC actually got a victory, and the Ripple team's got to disclose some financials. So we'll get through that. Also, I shot today. I told you guys the other day, I got this right here, this physical Bitcoin. Ballet had sent it to me to do a little product review. I love this little thing. I think it's fantastic. So I got a video coming out. I don't know, it'll either come out later tonight or tomorrow. Just kind of talking about it a little bit. But for $75, man, y'all know one of the biggest complaints, we hear people say like, oh, it's digital. It's not tangible. Well, here you go. $75, you get 0.001 BTC on there. I mean, you got to think, and what I say in the review and in the video, and it makes a lot of sense to me, right? Scoop up a bunch of these things now for $75. You can lock in, that value. And then when the bull run comes, you could gift these things to other people or keep them for yourself. I don't care. But that's going to be a great, birthday gifts, holidays, stuff like that. So that video will be coming out, although I basically just did the same fucking thing right there. Anyway, check the chat here. My Sauce KDA interview. Yeah, definitely want to get in touch with those guys. I just launching the afternoon show this week. I've got a lot of things that I need to do, a lot of people that I need to connect with. The whole idea is let's connect with projects, other people, collaborations in the space. I've been doing this YouTube thing for a while, so we might as well have some conversations. Get AJ. He's, for Christ's sake, he's right on the other side of the window there. And we'll get some other people on the show here. So all of that stuff is planned over the next, as we continue the show. So yes, and Desert Crypto, 100%. We are going to talk JPEG junkies. Let's get everybody locked in and loaded. I did see that come through. Sorry, I didn't respond, but we will definitely get you in there. And then, yeah, dude, I definitely want to. I had a conversation with someone with the KDA Mining Club. His name is escaping me right now, and that makes me feel like an asshole. But that will be a great conversation with all those guys. So, all right, let's hop over to some of these news articles. After we get through the news, we'll do some market. We'll take a look at what's going on at CoinGecko. See if we got any gainers and losers. See what opportunities we got. Because I was looking at this earlier at the losers, and Monero. Talking about that story where they are taking a delisting from Binance. It's down like 30-some% today, 34% today. So got to do some research into what's going on. But if there is a chance of that thing coming back, say, like, it's not like been totally rugged, I would say that that is a fantastic opportunity to make some money. So God believes in the house. What's up, G? Definitely want to get you on the show, man. We got to start doing more collaborations together, you and I. I love this. So let's get into some of these news articles. Let me go ahead and pull my screen up. Do that there. Hit that button right there. First button. Here we go. Let's talk about this one first. The ENS partnership with GoDaddy to enable users to link their wallets to domains. Now, if you guys were paying attention to the morning show this morning, I did say, and when I get home today, what I'm going to do is make sure that I connect the web3breakfast.com with the web3breakfast.eth address. That's, no matter how much, that we talk about this industry, and all of us, we every day we're in spaces on YouTube, yada, yada, yada. But we got to make sure that we're actually using the tech, using blockchain, and so we can, walk the walk, not just talk the talk. And so, that's one of those things that I can freaking do tonight is I'll take the steps, start taking the steps, because I assume it's going to be a little more complicated than just collecting, kicking a button. But we're going to get those two things connected. But let's take a look at this article really quick here. Bring that screen back on up. Ethereum Name Service, or ENS, as we know it, a domain-to-domain naming system on the Ethereum blockchain, has partnered with GoDaddy, a domain registrar. Everybody knows GoDaddy, my goodness. ENS can be considered the blockchain-based counterpart to DNS that is widely used in Web 2, DNS being domain name system. DNS services assign unique IP addresses to device, facilitating the translation of these addresses into users. Okay, this is a lot of techie shit. We don't need to talk about this. Any good quotes that we want to read? We see this, although the issue was real. Most recently, Kubi Minaj, the co-founder of Gattaca, noted in a post on X that the domain was suspended, definitely without prior notice. I mean, you're going to, I don't know what that's even about. Why does that have anything to do with the article? That's centralization, I would assume. And, one of the things that we talk about, no matter how much decentralization we try to put into this ecosystem, at the end of the day, you're either on Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud Services. So there is really not a whole lot of decentralization, truly, when it comes to getting a project online. So let's look at this. The next article. Oops, man, I did that yesterday. Can't be can't be clicking the windows closed. That's how we get ourselves into trouble. All right, let's talk about Solana here. Solana. What do you guys think? Are we so back? Like, that's, like everybody was freaking out, and everybody's, it's definitely the hype of the day. Solana's down, Solana's down, Solana. I think it's a bullish sign, man. When Solana goes down, we're so freaking back. We are so freaking back. It's about ready. Hopefully they're force feeding transactions through again, getting that liquidity ready. Like we were talking about yesterday, the stable coins, like why is, a big pump in stable coins? Why does that mean anything positive? And I guess, fresh liquidity, that makes a ton of sense. And so maybe that's what happened this morning. But the blockchain freeze triggered a drop in the Solana token, although it did since rebound. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Gecko really quick just to see. Let's click currencies. Solana boys. Solana number 5. 97. Oh shit. Oh, this thing definitely made a recovery. Looks like we the 7-day this was this morning here, low 90s. I think I saw it like in the high 80s, maybe on TradingView. Sol went down, was a great entry for my long. I bet, man. I got smoked out of my XRP stuff a couple weeks ago. I'm not doing any more leverage trading at the moment, although I should. These were like, maybe the times. Although that is something I want to talk about when we get into looking at the charts and talking about, where we think the overall trajectory of the market's going. Because when you think about it, everybody's been calling for, the lower price targets, right? Like, oh, we're going to see Bitcoin, touch into the 30s again. We're going to see, the low 30s, excuse me. We're going to see, everything kind of go sideways with some real volatile chop until we get to the halving. And then it's going to, it's only on like Donkey Kong. But as we, get through these next couple months, what's February, March, April. So like 2 months, we have to find the opportunities of where we're going to get in. I was looking at a lot of the charts. Let's see. Share that tab. Let's bring this up here. I was looking at a lot of things. What I've started to do, honestly, on a lot of the charts. When I look at timeframes, I'm looking at the monthly, and I feel like that's given us a really good indication of where we're at on some things, right? Like, dude, Chainlink is on a absolute rip. If you look at the monthly, I mean, this thing in the last 7 months is, 6 months for sure has all been green, going up. Other than that, there was, and again, this is the perpetual futures that you're going to find on Phoenix. So we should probably be looking at a spot chart. I think that we should probably look at a spot chart. That might make more sense for people. Spot crypto DeFi. Here we go. And let's go to the monthly. All right. Still, the last 6 months, all straight green. So I think it's time to really be paying attention for a pullback. And I was looking at, and I obviously have it on this chart here because that's what I was looking at, the perpetual futures one. But I got this line drawn at about $13.11. And I was wondering, let's take a look at why we've got that line there. And I think we've got some historical support there. There it is. So in my opinion, I think, because you can see we do a lot of up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We're probably going to come back down. I mean, I've got to think between now and December, that we are going to see a little bit more volatility, right? So if we do think that this is going to come down here, put it in an order at that 13.11, maybe a little bit higher than that. I don't know, but we always tend to see these coins touch their ranges, right? The top and the bottom. This thing obviously is pulled a little bit outside of the range, so maybe that theory is null and void, right? There we've got a couple touch points here. Maybe it'd be up a little bit higher. I'm not really sure, but either way you look at it, that thing has definitely gone outside of its range. It broke out, so it's in its own new price discovery, and that's Chainlink. Again, I'm really focusing on what's happening in the RWA world, what's happening with DPIN, because I think we talked about it. What is the theme, right? What is the Cinderella? Maybe Cinderella story is not the right term to be using, but what's the narrative coin for the bull run? We've had Ethereum, Solana. It could be. Is it going to be XRP this time? Probably not. Is it going to be Link? Could be. Is it going to be Avalanche? Could be. Is there the potential that one of these major caps in that realm take the lead? I hope so. I freaking hope so. All right, let's take a look at the chat and see what we got here before we go any further here. All right, let's see. What is this thing? Man, I'll tell you what, the Stream Deck sometimes doesn't do the right thing. All right. Got to scroll a little bit here. Flux. I definitely want to, when we get to a little bit later in the show today, I definitely want to start looking at some things that you guys, some coins that you guys are talking about. So be ready to drop some coins in the chat, or you can start doing it now, and we'll take a look at things that I should be looking at, and let's try to find some opportunities. After we get through some more of these headlines here. All right, Solana, baby. Man, let's see what's happening. All right. Solana, what do we think about this? Is this an indication, and I don't need to talk about it going down because everybody knew that it went down, but is this an indication that we think that there's going to be issues with Solana the entire bull run again, knowing that activity hasn't even really ramped up too high, and we're already having some issues? Or do you think that this is something that can be fixed before we go? I want to know what you guys think. Drop your comments. We're done talking about Solana. This was another article. Nothing burger, man. I feel you. I feel it's like a nothing burger. What did Suave say? Think of what asset you would want but can't buy because it's not divisible in the price. Wow, it sounds like you guys are in a conversation I got to take a look at. Metis. Metis has been ripping hard. Well, let's take a look at Metis. It's not a coin that I know much about, so I will definitely need to defer to you guys for some of this information. That chart on the 24-hour looks good. The max, oof, that thing looks like it might be primed for a decent run here. All-time high, according to this chart, a little over $300 back in January of 2022. What is Metis? Let's go to their website, metis.io. Blockchain for everybody. Metis is a permissionless layer 2 network powering the next generation of decentralized applications. Bridged Metis. Web3 accelerating the transition of Web3 for an inclusive, accessible, and decentralized world. Developers and communities, everything you want, all in one. Permissionless, frictionless, boundless. Huh. Definitely going to want to learn some more about this, and then we can save myself a little note here. Hey, this is what we're doing now. I'm gonna start taking notes, hopefully during the show, so that we can reference things and say, hey, when we talked about this, this is what we were looking at, on this day, yada yada yada. So I can start to go back and make sure that we're referencing the right information, looking at the right stuff. Jay, what do I have to do to get you to be the chain link leader? Let's do it. I don't know what it takes to be the chain link leader, other than just saying I'm the leader of the Link Marines, and so if that's all it takes from this moment forward, Link Marines, I'm your leader. I don't know what we need to do. Let's have a meeting, and we'll figure out the strategy, the next steps. But there it is. If that works, Kenan, I'm there. I am there. All right, back to this next article, and I will work on like a better show outline and flow. I feel like kind of making sure that we're chatting with the chat is very important. I want to make sure that we are communicating with each other, because y'all have some pretty freaking good information. What do Believe say? So it crashed because it produced a block and finalized the block, but produced a new one before it closed. That caused a fork resolution, and that sort of error will happen again. Okay. All right. Believes, definitely let me know when you're free and you want to do collab, if you are free. I mean, you're here in the chat, so I would assume you're free at 4 p.m. Eastern at some point during the week. All right, MetaMask's deal with Robinhood broadens crypto access. On-ramps like this one used in the partnership are a key piece of infrastructure serving as a bridge between traditional banking rails and blockchain-based crypto economy. I hate when they don't give me my TLDR, baby. Come on. It's not a long one. We'll just read this one because it's not very long. Self-custodial crypto wallet MetaMask now lets users buy crypto through the popular online trading platform Robinhood. They said in a press release today, with integration, MetaMask users can purchase digital assets using Robinhood's order flow, while Robinhood account holders can fund and transfer their crypto assets to their MetaMask wallet. I don't use Robinhood. I know that like Turbo and some other guys are big into the stonks world. I just want to be a one-trick pony. I'm a one-trick pony. I'm a crypto guy. The diversification is between coins and JPEGs, right? Like, I think most of us will agree that we've got enough brain capacity for two things. And I believe, let's make Believes mod. Couple things. Does anybody else have like that phlegm cough that has not gone away in like freaking months? What is up with this? All right, Believes. There you go. My guy, the newest mod. Welcome to the mods of the Chain Gang. We talked about that yesterday. You guys are going to have to let me know, and whether we, talk about this amongst ourselves or some other way. But the Chain Gang is what I'm going to call y'all until further notice. Yo, what's up, Anthony? Let's see. Robinhood sells users trading data to large hedge funds to counter trade them. I don't doubt that. But at the same time, I mean, very well, if you've done leverage trading in crypto, that someone is waiting for you at the opposite end of a stop loss or liquidation. You are all under me and JChains, as leader of the Link Marines. He's the sausage link. Yes, sir. Man, I love this group. There we go. Come on, baby. I mean, it is market manipulation on just about every ecosystem. Just about, traditional finance. We know that thing has been. Hey, happy 420, everybody. Just my phone started blowing up with some text messages. Notice the time. Moving on. Hedera. I really, 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 really like Hedera, and I know that this thing is going to do just absolute gangbusters in this next bull run. Shout out to the people that say gangbusters. I usually don't. I'm going to put up a poll here because it's always good to put up a poll in the thing in the live streams to get people picking a choice here. What is your favorite place to trade meme coins? Blockchain. Uh, let's see. Let's go. Solana, ETH, AVAX, and Pulse Chain. Yeah. All right. We'll do those four. And if you got something else, go ahead and just vote whatever your favorite one on that list is, and then drop a comment for something else down below. And let's get that thing rolling. Let's see. I wonder what the winner is going to be. I knew. There you go, Samuel. I knew someone was going to say Pulse Chain. I think it might be time. I know Ben is putting a big focus in on this, and I know there's a lot of people saying that there's issues and yada yada yada. But I'll tell you what, watching the community rally shows you some strength, and I think getting out of a bear market, with a community that is strong is very important. Look what happened to the Cardano community. The Cardano community, I think, fucking fell apart in the bear market. There was so much fighting, so much bickering, so much bullshit going on. VeChain, I think, had some issues. I love VeChain, VFam for life. Like, I'm not saying anything bad about Sonny and the VeChain Foundation, nothing like that. I'm just saying some of these communities within. So knowing that like the Pulse community has come out stronger than they probably went in, that is something that has to be noted. Because there's a lot of attention, say, that goes, to the Cardano people. But I'll tell you what, man, just watching some of these communities absolutely implode has been terrible. Terrible to see. All right, let's change that a little bit. There we go. Hey, don't you worry. I'm still Ada Gang, sure. Don't you worry. It's just terrible to see some of the infighting and some of the destruction happen because of difference of opinions. I don't want to talk trash. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just talking about it. And it's salvageable, man. Everybody knows all this stuff. It's the moment that the price starts moving in the right direction, all of that goes away. All of it goes away. And people start to come together. And once it's when the money is tight. It's when the bullshit happens, is when people want the price to go up and it refuses to go up. But I'll tell you what, man, things will get better. Hedera and Saudi Ministry ink a $250 million deal to drive Web3 development. I'm going to have to start really looking for my TLDRs on these articles because I am, again, a TLDR kind of guy. Hedera, a leading proof-of-stake blockchain platform, has entered into a 5-year partnership with the Saudi Ministry of Investment and to help companies develop Web3 technologies in the region. The value of this collaboration at $250 million was announced during the Saudi-Swiss roundtable meeting, making a milestone in KSA's effort to enhance its investment landscape. There's a nice little picture that from the Invest Saudi conference. That would be an interesting conference to go to as like a crypto group. Should we do that? Should we go as like, after we get our bull run gains? Let me ask you guys this question. After we get our bull run gains, should we just start going to other conferences like this and bring the ruckus? And I mean like in a very polite and professional way, but bring the ruckus and let them know that crypto is here to stay. I think we should do it. Somebody can lead the charge. I will go with gladly. Let's see. JChains, have you heard of BST? It's under the RWA. I know you like that kind of stuff. Would love to get your thoughts. Crypto Tatted Zach. Yo, what's up, fam? Bring your comment up there. There we go. BST. Let's check it out. BST, Block Square. All right, let's share this tab. Coming in at 24 cents, ranked 1,295. It's got an $8.9 million market cap. Fully diluted valuation, same number. That's always a wunderbar sign. That's absolutely fantastic. Low trading volume, which means it's still slightly undiscovered. Circulating supply, 36% of the max supply, 37%. Yeah, I love that. Kenan, the picks for 2028. You know what? That's not actually a joke, and I'll get to that in a second. You guys remind me to get back to that in a second. I want to take a look at this Block Square. Let's take a look at their website. I think I actually have heard of this, to be perfectly honest with you. The Block Square token is the governance token that serves as the basis for the Ocean Point ecosystem. BST holders to vote on proposals posted on Snapshot. Tokenization infrastructure for real estate. I have definitely seen this. Yes. Now that I'm looking at this website, I did a big outreach to a lot of the companies within the blockchain space. And if you guys watched the show yesterday, I showed you a resource that I use. It's RWA World and RWA.xyz. And these are some of the resources that I use. There's a couple other things that you can get your hands on where you can really find some of these projects as they are really entering the space and get some information about them. And so I've been reaching out to them to see if we can get them on the shows and set some stuff up. And so a lot of these companies, the problem is a lot of them, they operate outside of the U.S. The regulations here in the U.S. for some of these things are just totally off kilter, where like I'm just like, I've had some projects say I can't talk to you because you're from the U.S., which is weird in this space, but we'll get there. I've had a lot of really good conversations, set up a lot of good stuff. So we will be doing a lot of project, conversations with these companies in the RWA and deep in space. So definitely like this one. I like the tokenomics of it a lot. I wish that there was maybe more in circulation, but knowing that, if we were to pull the max chart on this thing, and it's been about a year. This thing's been out about a year. So you would hope that maybe they had more in circulation, but without doing any research into where, maybe they're locked up for some purpose, I'm not sure. Without doing any research, I do like it so far, but I would want to do a little bit more of an in-depth analysis before I say to go buy some of this. All-time high, 58 cents, all-time low, 4 cents, currently sitting at 24 cents. So a little bit, 50%. What did it say it was? 59% from all-time high. Interesting. I don't hate it. Appreciate it for the bringing it back up here. All right, what do we got? Anything else up in the chat to take a look at? Oh yeah, thank you, Carrie C. My mods, man, y'all the mods doing it. Y'all are doing it, man. Y'all are crushing it. Thank you so much. Yeah, make sure you guys smash the like button. I sure do appreciate that. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. And if you want to hit the noti bell, go for it. You don't have to. I would, I'm not the biggest noti bell kind of guy myself. Very few noti bells do I hit. Because if I know, like Web3 Breakfast is at 9 a.m. and I'm a listener or a supporter of that show, I just know to tune in. Or, this new show, the JChains Crypto Show at 4 p.m. Eastern. All you gotta do is just tune in, smash the like, make sure you're subscribed, and I think you get YouTube what gives you two to three notifications per day to your subscribers on YouTube. So there is some number. Some metric like that. Oh, Kenan, thank you. So the future picks for 2028. That's right. So we are going to be getting together with Matthew. Now, Matthew Snyder, he is one of the community members for Web3 Breakfast. He's also an author. He's a registered financial advisor. He is freaking awesome, and he's smart as shit. And I love hanging out with him. I love talking to him. And we have been talking. I had a conversation with my mother, and why I joke about setting up a portfolio for 2028, but it's serious. Is that it's like someone like my mom. My mom wants to build a portfolio. She's not going to touch anything through the bull, through the bear, nothing. She's not selling it. So how can we start to put together something that is a the risk tolerance that is going to differ. That is going to differ between person, right? But I think for like this first example, let's put together a portfolio that by the time we get to 2028, by the time we get to maybe 2029, by the time that bull run is over, what does a simple like $10,000 investment now ish leading up, into this particular run? Again, remember, not with the anticipation of not touching anything over 2024, 2025, and beyond, until we get to the next run. What kind of portfolio can we set up, and how that looks? And so, jokes aside, I think that is a fantastic thing that we should be doing. Is how, because not everybody's a gambler, not everybody's a cowboy like us. There are people who have been investing in the traditional world, in the stock world, who get fucking yoked over 4%, right? So we don't have to get into the shit coins. We don't have to be very speculative on some of these picks in order to outperform the stock market, right? And so that's the goal, is how can we put together something with the mindset of, hey, I'm not touching this thing until 2028, 2029. What can we put together that we would really see some really good X's? So, all right. Web3 Breakfast. It's a dating show for Turbo. I'm listening. Is Turbo in the chat? Turbo, if you're here, drop a comment, because we should do a dating show for Turbo. I really don't hate that idea. Turbo is going to be, I think, coming to the Atlanta area, and I think that is going to seriously. Now, the Nashville area is not too bad, but if y'all could just see his Tinder game from where he lives in Ohio, I promise you, it's not good. It's not good at all. Boomers love their beer and their gains at 4%. What is Bud Light's 3.2, right? I remember when I was living in Colorado, you could not get, I think it's 3.2. It was like Coors Light, in your typical domestics, like they had like a special, or at least maybe they just put it on the packaging so you could get that stuff on Sundays or certain package stores, whatever. But boomers do love their small gains and their weak beers. That's for sure. He is from I want to say Central Ohio. I don't want to give away. I don't want to dox his location. But he's in Nashville now, and I tell you what, man, that Nashville's pop in, baby. Come to Nashville and get yourself a hooker. I love that. Brian Bootyhead, he's got the right thing. The country gal, white top, cut jeans, maybe some cowgirl boots. Why not? Why not? All right, where the heck you guys are? I love the chat. Y'all really got me off the game here. Let's see. We did Solana, we did MetaMask, we did Hedera. Here we go. Let's talk about antifreeze does not taste as good as it smells. Well, I was in a space earlier and I had to actually drop some knowledge on somebody about cats, and we were talking about milk. And this is a total sidebar. I personally think that milk from a cow is disgusting. Why in the world would anyone drink the milk from another species on this planet? No one does. Nobody would. And like people like to say, well, what about cats? Well, we chose to give cats milk because you've never seen a cat go up to a cow and suck on its udder. That's not something that they do, right? That's not what they do. And so part of the argument is, well, cats drink milk. And again, it's because we give it to them. And to Zach's comment about antifreeze, cats apparently like antifreeze because it's sweet. It tastes very sweet to them. Now, it is extremely poisonous. But that's a antifreeze story for you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, antifreeze does taste sweet. And that's why the kitty cats would drink it. You guys, my gosh. If you're under 18, don't read the chat. If you're over 18, you are okay to do whatever you want. All right, let's get back into some headlines, baby. Monero hitting a 5-month low as Binance plans the delisting. The upcoming Monero delisting might be a sign of the slow demise of Binance, according to some industry observers. You can't help but wonder, man. You cannot help but wonder. With CZ gone. I mean, Richard Tang, he's a great guy, probably a great leader of Binance. But it's just like one of those things where, CZ's gone. Like the empire may fall. They got into all the trouble. It's just a lot of the trading that we thought was happening there was just wash trading. And so, now that they've been exposed, maybe that's it. Maybe that is it for Binance. As who was it? Was it Yellen was calling it Binance? The Binance. Major privacy-focused crypto, Monero, has plummeted to multi-month lows amid the Binance announcing of the upcoming delisting of the token from its platform. They will be delisting Monero on February 20th. They announced today. And as a result of the delisting, Binance will remove all 4 trading pairs involving Monero. That's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, and BNB. All trade orders will be automatically removed after trading ceases in each respective trading pair, the announcement noted. The delisting of XMR may still be converted into the delisted XMR may still be converted into stablecoins on behalf of users after May 21st, but the conversion is not guaranteed. There was some other thing that I was watching the other day about, man, I want to say it was it SV when it was most recently, I think SV was the last one that they delisted. And it was that same kind of thing where if you had any of the shit vision token, that they were just going to liquidate it into something for whatever value it was. And, obviously, like, they'll give you pennies on the dollar for that kind of stuff. So if you got Monero on Binance, if you are still able, even with the VIPins, to trade on Binance, get your Monero off, because 1 Monero equals 1 Monero, according to Seth from Mind Your Biz. I think he tweets that every single day. That might be an auto post by this point. But 1 Monero equals 1 Monero. What do you guys think about jokes aside, like when you think about the conversion, right, of crypto and how we start to move forward and talk about it? Like, with that being said, like 1 ETH is 1 ETH, 1 Bitcoin is 1 Bitcoin. Like, instead of talking, 1 ETH is the dollar value, like if you live and breathe this ecosystem, will we truly ever be the 1 ETH is 1 ETH man kind of people? I don't know. That's not me. I don't think that's not my jam. Moving on here. Everybody knows what happened with Ripple. A judge granted an SEC motion to compel Ripple to produce 2022 to 2023 financial statements and contracts governing institutional sales of XRP. What's really strange is, like, how is this, like, actually not even happened already? Like, how are we this far in and the financials haven't been produced for this particular thing? U.S. District Judge has ordered Ripple to produce additional information about the company's financials and institutional sales. Let's see. Is there anything that says specifically more information than maybe we've read already? I mean, everybody knows what's going on here. But is this just great timing? Is this just all part of the manipulation? Is this just, there were times where, like, the news cycle was booming with, like, some really good things, but the Ripple and XRP stories dried up. Now you've got this, all the other things that we've heard over the last several weeks. I'm not a Ripple maxi, I'm not an XRP maxi, but it just feels like at some point all of the FUD and the bullshit's going to end. And then we get to party time. Party time. Let's look at that's something my daughter, she loves party time. All right. We could have done this a little bit ago, but now we are here. Let's look at the market, because it's up 2% today, which, if you're a stock boy, you got a smile on your face. You're not too happy, but 2%. You got to be that 4%, and you're going out for a steak dinner with the wifey. If you're a stock guy, if you're a crypto guy, we don't even get out of bed for 10%. That's a fact. Bitcoin 43,166. We still got it. I don't even think that we have tested. Let's look at the chart really quick here. We'll just kind of bounce back and forth between CoinGecko and TradingView. because that's just how, the ADD mind in me works, is that I can't sit on one thing too long. But we're looking at, we're on the higher side of the range here for Bitcoin, right? Let's share this tab so you can see this. The obviously the 39.6 level is something that we touched most recently. So there's our bottom, right? And then, we've kind of had a really good time sitting at this, this 43 level, 43.1, whatever. And so, that's where we're at now. I think that we're going to have a support level. That line is probably a little low because what we've been talking about is Bitcoin 44.6 being really the threshold that we need to get up over and stay over. We need to hold that line. But if we don't, then it's the whole, we're going to go down to the 30s because, when we get to the halving, like the mooch says, multiply it by 4, and that's where we go. I mean, I would like to see a little bit higher. I don't know about you guys. You know what I mean? Looking at the chat here. ETH headed over $3,000 real soon. You think so, Bleeps? I love that idea. I hate Ethereum for the gas fees. I hate it with a passion. What's up, Iram? But I don't see it. You think it's going to happen before the halving, Bleeps? You think we're going to see 3K ETH in February or March? What do you guys think? Oh, it's right. We did a poll. Where's that at? Oh, everybody's a Solana trader, huh? I like that. 50% of the votes of a favorite blockchain to trade in meme coins was Solana. 26 was E13 AVAX, and 11 was Pulse Chain. We'll just keep it going the whole time. All right, Believe said by March we will see $3,100 Ethereum. That's pretty. Hey, I'm all for it. I think we'll see $10,000 Ethereum this bull run. I hope. I mean, really hope. I kind of expect. I think a lot of people expected it the last one. I remember it was funny thinking about Ethereum and obviously shit talking Ethereum over the weekend, and I had a really good post that did that. But when I actually think about it and the history of my time in crypto and my buddy Ross and I, when I was living in Austin, my buddy Ross and I, we were members over at Lifetime, and we would go play basketball, and we would play 5 games of basketball every time we went to the gym. We were going every morning, and we would play for a tenth of an Ethereum, right? And so at that time, Ethereum was, it was no more than like $350. So every game was for like $30 or $35, whatever, because it would fluctuate a little bit. It was interesting, that I was thinking about that, because that was, I mean, shit, 2020, 2019. Let's see. We're gonna have to pull up the normal ETH chart. Let's see. Ethereum Tether. Let's just go with the Binance chart. Let's go with Binance. And let's go to the monthly. Here we go. Man. Yep. Like back in these days. This is what it was. Back in these days right here. We used to play basketball for a tenth of Ethereum every game. That'll never happen again, guys. And that is the story of bull markets. And so get your gains while you can. But I what is the all-time high for 47? Here we go. All right. So we are going to be looking at the XRP chart now really quick. I drew a couple of my lines on here with someone the other day. We were talking about all the different setups, and again, this is the monthly chart. And if we're on the perpetual futures again. That's not what we want to be looking at. Here we go. This to me, I think, is just an absolute critical line of, again, and I don't mean to be, I'm not like an XRP maxi, but at this point, I have got myself a pretty decent position, spot position in XRP, and I am ready and waiting for us to touch this monthly trend line again, which I fully expect to have happen before we get to the halving. And so, if this were to happen, in this month, we'd have to see a low of about 42 cents, 43 cents. And then, March a little bit higher, right? Obviously, as we go on closer to, in a trend line that's going up, we get closer to the happening that, the opportunity and the chance go way down. But I really think, there is something said to be that we're going to see a lot of our support lines be retested before we hit the halving, before we hit the real bull run. All right. Am I having mic issues? Please, I'm a microphone expert. You need to. Oh. Are you sure? Corey, I think ETH will be closer to 1,800 than 3,000 by March. I see. It's just it really all depends. The only thing that we can go on right now has to be Bitcoin, right? And I think because that's the one that's been proven for the longest, knowing that we're leading up to this, and it's that again, in my opinion, it's that 44.6 level. We hit it and we maintain it. That's going to be awesome. If we don't, then all the things that everybody's talking about, prices going down are back in play, and strong potential for all that to be happening. Well, that's it. That runs us out of it. That's everything I had prepared. Last thing, guys, this is my shitcoin. I have this is just a bag that I bought. This was something I thought was interesting. This is that AI technology I was talking about this morning on the live stream. Turbo had brought it to me this weekend. It was like 13 cents. It's like 18 cents now. It is derivative. It's leverage trading for shitcoins. Just kind of getting started out. It's got a small market cap. These are the kind of thing. If you find projects like this, I'm not showing you this so that you buy it, because I'm not telling. I don't give a fuck what you do. But what I want is for you guys to be showing me stuff like this, because there are so many coins like this, but I can't catch them all. But this thing is under a $2 million market cap. They got a decent amount of liquidity. It is locked up for 23 months. I mean, that's those things are almost telltale signs that a stronger possibility that it's not going to get rugged, right? It's got a 10 million token supply. I mean, that is freaking tiny, right? Freaking tiny. So you guys find some things like this, let me know. You can drop them in comments on videos. Come to Web3 Breakfast at 9 a.m. That's your morning dose of degen. That's the best time for us to be looking at some of these shitcoin plays. I just wanted to make a little bit of an announcement before we get on out of here for the day. So let's start looking at a lot of projects, smaller projects, some of the smaller cap ones, because that's where we'll get some opportunities. Because that really we're gonna put a solid percentage of the RWA portfolio into the higher caps. But we have to find some speculation ones, because we want to find 50 to 100 X's. So make sure to drop down in the comments some of your low caps that you guys are looking at. We'll pull them up. We are going to start live streaming the morning show again, because it's important. And plus, we want to do that. Plus, having the conversation with everybody, getting more people involved in the community. So there'll be some Discord integration. We got to get that shit all set up, but be on the lookout for that. But I appreciate you guys being here. Juggy, what's up, my G? Blockchain Bonehead, love you too, brother. Appreciate everybody being here, hanging out with us while we launch this show, kind of get our feet wet, get it all figured out. But make sure y'all smash the like on your way out of here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Again, I've got a product review of this physical ballet wallet. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Focus. Nope. Do it. There it is. That's going to be coming out either later tonight or tomorrow morning. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Adios, amigos. Hasta mañana. Hasta luego.